very critical junction in the history of this nation. The election has been won, it has been lost. The Patriots Roundtable has been part of this journey for the past 5 months. It's an independent support group for Tinubu. We now find it very important that we should make another intervention amid the noise and hues and cries about what transpired during the election. So, this is our newsletter number 16. It's titled Tinubu Against All Odds. Despite the temptings of the rapturous, because the fates are not always just, because the heavens are not always kind, there are some fated to confront the worst of all challenges with future severity in the course of their journeys. The caprices of fate are always unknown to the one who professes the profoundest grasp of the will of the gods. Why one man must grapple with ceaseless odds, collide against the worst furies, manacled and chained by the bounds of heaven, and still the deepest mysteries of existence. And yet others race through the concourse of the life without the least struggle, without the faintest intimations or challenges. Is it that the stars are rigged, even their supposed corpus of neutrality, against some of us? Is it that the heavens are naturally impartial, distant and unfair, sheltering their favorites from storms, turning their back with destroyed properties for the rest of us? Either way, truth be told, some are subjected to constant hindering and obstacles, lashed by a seemingly arbitrary whip of crude and impossible fate. They are hated and abused, trampled and forfeited on the altar of malignity. A thousand deceit is conjured upon their way. The dark queen of an aggression is woven in their backs. Their character is stubborn, maligned by the contrivances of evil. They are trapped, arranged by the agents of duplicity and the founts of odious envy. And being human, entrapped by such endless embattlement, they must sometimes withdraw, quake and quiver in their own confines, inquiring of heaven about the imbalance in their little cordon of life. For some, despite all these grim entanglements, despite moments of recoil and even self-doubt, the heroic who are trampled are never to be seen in total surrender or helpless submission. By some unknown inner grit and fortitude, by some unknown enveloping turpitude of life, they seem immune with the conspiracies of fate. They ignore the abuse and the scoffing of the dark hour. They do not prostrate before the withering prophecies, the capitulative sorrow, lily of heaven, to soften the blows. No, somehow they are threatened by the furnace of the seemingly cruel and unforgiving fate, pushing through the withering harshness of adversity, unusual determination, and a savage courage. They never turn back. They never yield to the tempest. They keep their rudder true. No matter what you say or think of them, you need not like him. You need not approve of his ways as divine by heaven. But this much we must acknowledge on the Tinubu mistake. He can weather the biggest storm, absorb the biggest blows, steady and firm before the withering animosities, unruffled by malice, indifferent to the calumny of the hour, resolve and focus to the duty of the moment. Tinubu can read through the shenanigans of transient favor seekers 1,000 miles away, but he may choose to remain mute, but not indifferent. Certified in his own assertions, despite the temptings of the little time sellers. The Arasi is the most maligned, challenged, and embattled politician in the Nigerian history. He should remain true to his inner self, trusting only in the certified epithet and the plurality of leadership conclusion as the wheels of fate direct. Tinubu has now reached an incredible height of the presidency of this great nation. Nothing can diminish this personal achievement. He has reached the height not because of the prodding and the assistance of man. Tinubu has defeated the furies of fate not because of personal perfection. Ashwaju has reached this very ennobling height because of an inner logic that no man can begrudge. The Jagaban Boku keeps no malice or lingering enmity. He knows the enemy. He can read through the tableau of mischief and assert his own will. Tinubu has gone through the furnace and the furies of it. His triumph is now made. His victory is real. He must now guide like a true shepherd, discerning and hopeful. He must not guide like a true shepherd, discerning and hopeful, guiding with unifying kindness, shining the brightness of the healing light upon this great Nigerian union. Tinubu has triumphed despite the implacable odds. But this victory is like the beginning of his race. Like in the days of old, when he was freshly minted at the apex of the Lagosian leadership, he must look beyond the cocoon of immediate time servers, reaching far and beyond the Nigerian high for the best and the brightest, to mend the broken places, rectify the obvious wrongs, change the disintegrating pathways, listen to the plurality of views, to the engaging gift within the Nigerian home. The presidential election has been won and lost. The great powers of the world have affirmed its validity. Those who feel aggrieved can seek redress in the courts. This nation must move forward. Democracy is never an arrival. It is always a continuous process. The Romans began it. No, the Greeks began it with the Agora, where virtually everyone was part of the legislative assembly. The Romans widened it in an exclusive assembly. The Americans graduated the process to a representative purpose. This nation is still evolving. It is imperfect, but it is rectifying its own flaws. Let us move forward. There must never be any recourse to violence. And as for the Jagaban, his journey now begins anew. Thank you very much. That's all for me. Any questions, please?
That we need to research the result of the election. Because we believe that the result was doctored. That even INEC did not live up to expectation. Because INEC gave the assurance that we will deliver the result will be captured and transmitted. But that process was not followed. And they believe that in as much as INEC failed to follow that process, that result will not be accepted.
No, I will also even mention in the course of this speech, there is no perfect democracy. I was about 24 years now, so it has a lot of imperfections. This electronic introduction to us, this is the first time we are going to use it nationwide. The digitalization of the Nigerian entity is still very much in its infancy. Even in your transaction of ordinary money from one account to the other, you are still encumbered with problems, glitches here and there. That is what I know confronted, and they acknowledge as well. And immediately that was that hurdle was redressed. They started uploading openly. I believe there is no election that is fair and free and more open than this one, where a candidate was even beaten, quote unquote, in some ground, and he did not claim that was sabotaged or rigged out. He didn't make noise. He accepted it. People should learn how to accept defeat in very much good faith and move on. You don't win all the time. You win some, you lose some. That's part of life. And that's the essence of this essay. That this is a man that has confronted so many challenges throughout his life. This is a man who has been very much maligned, abused, trampled upon, and he remains very much unfazed. He's soldiered on, so to speak, despite all the malignancies thrown upon him from all corners. So let us accept we can't win everything. Let us accept that fact. Jonathan showed us, demonstrated great statesmanship in 2019. In 2015. Sorry. Even before the election was concluded. Even before the results were out. He called his opponent. He said, congratulations. If you can imbibe that spirit of humility, that spirit of acknowledging that you've been beaten, but the nation must continue. It will be better for all of us.
But sir, the success of our Jagaban so far.
Yes.
How would you rate it, and what would you say it possibly implicates to Nigerians? So in terms of development, in terms of social recognition in the international community.
If you look at the man's track record.
1 minute, sir. Okay, very good.
If you look at his track record, you know that this is a man always emboldened by brave new ideas. He is willing to go and chart new course. This is a man that's indifferent to tribe or faith. You see, the greatness of good leaders, of enlightened leaders, is the ability to appreciate merit wherever it's coming from. Take it, engage it, accentuate it, and give it a hearing. He's been doing that. So he does not pretend he knows it all. But he's a man that is willing to embrace new things, new developments, new visions from diverse points of view. And that's the essence of greatness.
Okay, what about the international community? Its possible implication.
We already see it. The Americans accepted the validity of this election. They, like all of us, they said there are some flaws here and there, technical glitches, so to speak. Technical glitches. And it happens even there. You know what happened in America in 2016? And recently in 2016 and 2020. So even that's a great democracy, over 300 years old. And they are still confronting fundamental issues. Fundamental issues. That they are, and it's all over the world. There have been some peripheral characters who always believe in, if I don't have it, you can't have it. And if you are bigoted, that kind of reckless, ruinous assertions, you destroy things. You do not make a nation. You destroy it. You can't afford to be resolved in that kind of nation. Either me or nothing else. That is not noble. Either me or nothing else. It's a very destructive philosophy. And that's why my appeal to Waziri Adamawa and Dr. Peter Gregory Obi and Alhaji Pampasu to accept that this thing is over. And let us, and the president-elect has thrown in his hands of embrace. And he even said, even my heart, that let us work together as Nigerians, not as Yoruba, not as Igbo, not as Hausa, not as Fulani, but as Nigerians, so that we can heal the wounds. But they are wounds. We cannot pretend they are not wounds. They are wounds. And that we can mend the broken places. And we can bring in fresh ideas to uplift this potentially very great nation.
Yes, sir. So you have to believe that there are wounds, and these wounds, they are in which way, sir?
Wounds in the sense that people will be dissatisfied with certain things. There are people who voted for Atiku. That's part of it. They'll be angry. They'll be dissatisfied that their candidate did not win. That's a wound. There are people who voted for Kwankwaso, almost 1 million in Kano alone. There are those who voted for Peter Obi. So how do you heal their inner wounds? Because their candidate lost. We don't go there by aggravating things and chest beating that we are triumph. No, that is not how you heal the wounds. That's not how you bring people together. How you bring people together is to appeal, which he has done, which the president-elect has done. That yes, there is nothing perfect in all human affairs, nothing perfect. But together, such imperfections, grade by grade, you also use block by block, brick by brick, you can start mending the observable flaws in our affairs.
Now, your word of advice to Nigerians.
See, in all corners, I was particularly impressed. I saw certain videos, Bida, Niger State, somewhere also in Sokoto. I saw people, Fulani, I don't know. They were there jubilating. It's not an Hausa man that won. It's not a Fulani man that won.
Yeah.
So it shows
Overall acceptance.
the great possibilities for the Nigerian Union that we can still come together. But they were dancing on the street. Lagos, maybe some patches. So because Lagos, people are being careful that if you show too much aura, they will say, yeah, you are pushing it in their faces. So you don't want to do that. But everywhere is calm. So I will encourage Nigerians that it is a triumph, not for Tinubu. It's a triumph for all of us, all Nigerians, that we have scaled another hurdles. 24 years of continuous democratic process. It has never happened in over 63 years history of this nation. So let us continue. There will, even the next one, there will be issues. There will always be issues. Because this is a process conducted by man, not by God. Only the gods are infallible. Men are not. We are very much fallible. That's why we are made. We are human beings. We make mistakes. Talk less of machines made by man. So, my own even advice to INEC. Well, it was a great thing. It was a great outing. Very great outing. It was, but not perfect. Not perfect. Because this nation is still at an infertile stage when it comes to digitalization. So you cannot conduct an election totally and rely totally on technology. It must always be aided. There must be a fallback through the manual process.
Okay.
Which eventually is what they did. And still in the electoral act, it is not a total electoral conduct. A total, what do you call it? Electorally conducted election. It didn't say that. It still said it will be manually carried from Lagos to Abuja for cross-checking, double-checking.
All right, so yeah, Shegun Ojomo is my name. I'm of First Nigeria TV. As a loyal, at least long-term and long-time loyal and dependable.
They will read it out. Please take the question on the ground. Can write that so that you can answer the question.
Yes, sir. As a long-term and long-time loyal and faithful ally of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what are the modes you believe he could apply to rally everybody on board to work together with him, especially the so-called aggrieved at this moment?
He has started by appealing to them and say, let us come together and work for Nigeria. And he did not say that, the good thing in his speeches since he was announced as president-elect is the humility coming out from him and his willingness to accommodate all differing voices, the plurality of opinion. That let us come together. Everybody has something to contribute towards the greatness of this nation. Then that is what I see in the beauty of his own process, of his engagement.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, you have some more?
Thank you, sir.